This week's episode of Black at Work is sponsored by.
All right. If you have a fuck you, you know what to do. Send them to us here at Black at Work Pod. Hit us up on all social media platforms at Black at Work Pod. Hit us up on our website, www.blackatworkpod.com, or you can write us through email and be professional, blackatworkpod@gmail.com. Our first, well, not first, but our fuck you of the week comes from Cassie. Hey, Cassie girl. So I called my white coworker sis.
Mm-mm.
And I immediately regret it.
Mm-mm.
She now thinks she's invited to the cookout. Lord. She walked past my desk while I was listening to y'all. Hey, girl. And I turned my phone around real quick so she wouldn't see. She asked me what I was listening to. I told her Joe Rogan, LMAO.
Good one.
Julie, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. I ain't being friends with nobody that don't know how to season, dance, or how long Sophia had to fight. Julie, you cool, but nah, you would have been okay if you didn't use my slip up as a pass to code switch and act urban, quote unquote. So now you're on my list with Taylor Swift, Donald Trump, and Kelly Clarkson.
What Kelly do? What Kelly do? Coworker, what Kelly do? Go ahead.
Please don't come over here no more. I was just joking, and I don't like how much you always talk in them team meetings. This ain't a fuck you. This a get the fuck on. Hopefully, I make the show.
Coworker. Nope. You got to write back in. And I need screenshots. I need links. I need data receipts. What did Kelly Clarkson do?
No, but for
Hashtag, what
real.
did Kelly do?
Because Kelly is one of us, honey.
Well, nah, I wouldn't say all of that. But I feel like every black person has their white favorite that's like
Yeah, Kelly
unproblematic.
Clarkson is one of them.
Yes, Kelly Clarkson is one of them. Like
Absolutely.
my mama, she got, Joyce Meyer in them and Ellen. Well, Ellen problematic now. And my grandma, she liked Walker
I'm
Texas Rangers.
still stuck on Joyce Meyer. Not TDN,
But
baby.
Kelly, okay, I'm gonna get off of it. But okay, back to Julie. But no, write us back and tell us what Kelly Clarkson did. I need to know.
Hit us up on. Hit us up in our slide in our DMs and
Okay.
tell us, because that don't make sense.
Oh,
Nah.
girl. But
Uh,
how that was funny that she came over while you was listening to the show and you flipped it over real fast.
girl, and said she was listening to Joe Rogan.
Girl,
Okay,
you think she saw that posted note? Okay,
girl,
you gotta
listen.
dim your settings when you listening to Black at Work at work.
No, but for real, because don't be getting us. Because I just feel like Julie ready to report somebody to HR.
That was hilarious. I'm stuck on Kelly Clarkson. What did Kelly do?
Tell Dana, y'all.
Please let me know. I can't sleep tonight until you tell me.
Not sleep tonight.
I'm just playing, y'all.
And y'all know better than to call your white coworker sis.
Girl, how did that happen?
How did that happen, girl? Sis. How did she become sis? Yeah, nah, you know better than that. Like, we don't do that.
When you talking fast or whatever, you might be like, sis, or I don't know, but
Nah, I ain't never calling Millie from last week, sis.
okay. Ain't no way. I don't know. I'm just like, maybe if you get too comfortable, but to me, that's I don't think I would ever be comfortable enough saying nigga around white people unless I'm talking to other blacks. Like, I don't
Right.
care if they're listening to me talk to somebody else that's black.
Right.
But I'm not
Exactly.
going to be calling them niggas like I do behind their backs.
Yeah, I don't see in no circumstance where I'm gonna call my white coworker sis. But hey, girl, it's okay, girl. Don't
Right.
regret it. Just put
Play
it in a
us fuck
space.
up.
Yeah. And I love this is a get the fuck on. So if you have a get the fuck on, let us know that too. Y'all are crazy, but yeah, if you have a get the fuck on or a fuck you, hit us up.
All right, well, this week's shout out is for our coworker Kiki on Instagram. If you guys listened to that long ass show, first of all, we did not intend for that show to be that fucking long, y'all.
At all.
We looked up and it was like 2 hours, girl. So anyway, but if you made it to the end, Nessa and I created a code word, and whoever DM'd us with that code word got lunch on us. So congrats,
Yes.
Kiki.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for playing. And yeah, more of stuff like that coming soon, guys. And
Coming
now
soon.
let's get over to the water cooler. All right, y'all. Breaking news. Unfortunately, a Russian court rejected Brittany Griner's appeal against her 9-year sentence. But they did allow time served for her pretrial detention. However, as most of you know, she's on her way to a labor detention center where she has to do
Shut up.
harsh labor every day, kind of like on life and
What?
in deplorable conditions. Yeah. So like President Joe came out and said that they had been trying with Russia to negotiate for Britney's release. As you guys know, the United States has a Russian arms dealer. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because nobody cares. Whatever his name is. We got him and we trying to send him back home to his people
Mm-hmm.
for Brittany and some other American nigga. And I just feel like if y'all just drop the other American nigga, then maybe they'll just let her come on through. What you thinking, Nessa?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why is it taking so long. Like, what? It's got to be something going on behind the scenes that we have no information about because it just doesn't make sense to me. If we have somebody like trade them off and move on, and she didn't even do it, they acting like she done killed somebody. Now she got to go and work at a refugee camp.
Like, it's fucked up. And you're right. It just dawned on me like they acting like this is such a serious crime. They're trying to hold,
Yeah,
like,
like
what else does the United States have that they want that they're holding on to and they're not willing to exchange for Brittany?
yeah, because it just doesn't add up. The math ain't mathing on that for me.
Yeah. So I mean, as always, hashtag free Britney. But it doesn't look like right as of right now, guys, that the negotiations are going good. So let's just
That sucks.
still
Keep her
continue.
in your prayers.
Yes, what
Yeah.
Vanessa just said. Well, the 2022 elections are upon us, guys.
Shimmy,
Tuesday.
shimmy.
Okay. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy your way down.
Okay, to the polls. And it's Tuesday, November the 8th, 2022. So make sure that you guys know where you're supposed to be going
Mm-hmm.
and show up on. You know what? Use that day that they supposed to give you at work to go vote and go vote. And then take yourself out to lunch because you deserve it because you went to go vote.
Yeah. Exercise your right, especially us as Black people. Come on. Our ancestors died for us to go and vote. So, and voting is important. If you want to make a change, then, let your voice be heard. I know a lot of people be like, it don't work. We don't get what we just go vote, child. Just go vote for Aunt Bertha and Auntie Millie.
Okay, Oprah. Go vote.
Just go vote, baby.
I sure saw her on the Go Vote commercial. I'm like, okay, Oprah.
Right. Get us together. Exercise your right. Go vote.
Speaking of voting, I don't know if it's her turn out the office or not, but
You is mean. You is
I'm
mean.
not trying to be mean. Okay, my bad. Hold
Nah. Nah, you
on.
good.
Paul Pelosi, who is the husband of
Mm.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was attacked with a hammer at their San Francisco home. I know, that's
What
wild.
done happened to Mr. Paul?
This nigga named David DePap. It gotta be DePap because he's super white. So unless it's DePape, and his
Okay.
his people might be Italian.
Italian.
I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but he white and he looked like one of them niggas that would actually do this. But he broke into their home and beat Paul Pelosi, who is 82 by the way,
Oh my gosh.
in the head with a hammer while repeatedly yelling, "Where's Nancy? Where's
Shut
Nancy?"
Is he still alive?
Girl, yeah, he white. I told you. He's still
No,
alive.
I'm saying Paul, Mr. Paul, Papa Paul.
Oh, girl, yeah, he alive, girl. If this nigga would have
Oh.
died, you would have heard it. It would have been in the shade room. Well, this was in the shade room, but I didn't get it
Okay.
from the shade room.
Okay. Mr. Paul, Papa Paul,
Papa
Lord Jesus.
Paul, Papa Paul. But he was 82 years old. David DePape broke into their house, hit him upside the head with a hammer, and was actually just planning on staying at their house, keeping this nigga hostage until Nancy Pelosi came home. He he was one of them right-wing extremists, as they like to call them,
Mm.
the ones that like follow the QAnon thing. And there's so much to be said about that whole realm of things. But what you got in this?
Yeah, that's just so sad. It seems like now more than ever, a lot of the politicians are just not safe. Like they're not safe at their homes. Like they got people running in and where's Nancy? Where I would have said, I guess she at work. She at the White House. Goddamn, you should have went. Like, I mean, it's not funny. I'm just saying, like, it seems like a lot of the politicians are just like not safe. Like, it's just sad, like that happened. That is just y'all gotta sit down. It's never this serious, and that's just the bottom line. Like, whatever it is, and what Nancy gonna do, sir? What can Nancy do?
I wonder what was the end game. If you was planning on killing her, why didn't you just pursue that instead of causing this ruckus? And because
It's just
you
a
didn't
lot.
do nothing but hit him upside the head, and he went to surgery for a skull fracture.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
had some other serious injuries to his right arm and his hands, but he's alive. He made it, and hopefully he heals soon from this. But this all sounds like what's
A
that
setup?
girl, it's election season and niggas is clowning. This is
True.
Scandal.
Scandal,
This is
yeah.
that show that shit, I used to love that show too. That was on Netflix. Whatever. It was with the dude that ended up leaving the show because he had sexual trauma charges during
Oh,
Me Too.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
House of Cards.
House of
House of
Cards.
Cards.
House of
Now
Cards, yeah.
this right here, this sounds
That's
like some
House of
House of
Cards.
Cards
You're
shit.
right. You're right. You're right.
So Nancy, stop bothering us with your nonsense. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I'm like, we like Nancy now.
Prayers for Paul. Prayers for Paul.
Prayers for Paul, Papa Paul, child. Bye.
Papa Paul.
Mm.
Well, Elon Musk has come out and actually he's made quite a few announcements about Twitter. I'm actually surprised I'm not surprised because I don't follow this guy, so I don't know how much he talks, but apparently he does talk a lot. And he's been talking a lot about this whole Twitter ordeal. For those of you who follow this, you know that Elon Musk, billionaire responsible for the Tesla and also being on Twitter with dumbass ideas and concepts, is purchasing Twitter. Well, he has purchased Twitter, and he's talking a lot about his plans for the future. And he says now that he is forming a content moderation council with widely diverse viewpoints. So if anybody reports what you're saying is hate speech, it won't just fall on one person to deem it that. It'll go to
A
a
board of
council.
people. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it goes like,
Mm.
you know, maybe this black person might say, "Oh, I'm not offended by that use of the word nigger," but like another one might say, that's what I'm
Mm.
assuming this is about. This is what it sounds like to me. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Then after that, he said comedy is now legal on Twitter, which made a lot of people feel like he was trying to say anybody can say anything that they want, which a lot of people came out and asked, including McNeil. He was like, "Oh, so niggas can say what they want." Tony Braxton announced that she wasn't fucking with Twitter at all no more because y'all not
Mm-hmm.
finna do her.
I saw that.
And I think my time on Twitter has come to an end too. Like I've been on there, for a decade, and yeah,
S-
I'm good on
s-
Twitter. I think.
So do you think Twitter is gonna become like extinct like MySpace?
You know,
Or do
I
you think it's gonna be like the January 6th folks can all go on there and commune with each other?
No, I don't think anything's gonna change about Twitter. I think Twitter's still gonna be funny. Especially this is y'all all the statuses that go viral on Facebook and shit and that y'all see memes of on Instagram, they come from Black Twitter.
Yeah, right.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'll be seeing this shit in real time on Twitter and then go on Facebook a month later and somebody even copied the status and put it as their own, like they that funny.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like that's how to me popping Twitter is. And actually Twitter out of all the social media platforms is my favorite platform. But like I said, I just think my time is kind of up. Like it served its purpose for me. But, I mean we're still going to use it for the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people have your same sentiments though. Like I saw Tony come out and say she don't want to. Like a lot of people probably gonna take that same approach, like they don't want to get on it. I have a Twitter, but clearly I don't use it. I don't know how to use Twitter. I feel like I don't know how to use it, so that's why I don't get on it. But I did see Elon Musk put a cowboy hat on that Twitter bird. I'm
What
like,
the
what
fuck that
y'all got
mean?
going on? That's what, and that's why I said, is this about to be a January 6th? Uh, y'all, all y'all people, this is gonna be y'all. That's what I'm saying. We create Black Twitter is hilarious. So clearly, we just need to create our own
We
sound
really
off space.
should create our
Yes,
own Twitter-like platform and leave
yes.
Elon Musk and his plastic hard face ass with the cowboy hat over
Alone.
there with
Yes,
with his
seriously.
peeps. Like, no,
Yep,
for real. Black
absolutely.
developers,
Come
get with
on.
it. Like somebody be talking about that, thinking about that. That ain't my charge. Like, I don't care that deep. But somebody somewhere, get on
Somebody
that.
needs to.
Please.
Yeah.
I will join. I will join,
Yep.
especially if everybody else that makes Twitter dope to me, which is all the black people,
All the Black people.
follow suit. Donald Trump got his folks to join. They own Twitter and they've been over there thriving. We could do the same thing.
We not
Get
they
with it,
thriving,
niggas.
friend. Get
Girl.
with it.
That's how they still talk to him because he's been banned from all the other social platforms. So they had to create their own. But anyway, our final story. And shout out to our coworker Kiki. She also won the contest, but she sent us this story before she won the contest. So shout out to you, Kiki. And also, coworkers, if y'all have any stories that y'all want us to talk about, please send them over to us. You can email them or DM us or whatever, or tag us in it, and we'll take a look. See, this one right here, I actually did come across this story, but I really try to keep the water cooler light, because this is some fucked up shit. But apparently, a white supremacist named Timothy Haslett Jr. has been kidnapping, raping, and assaulting Black women in the Kansas City, Missouri area for some time. And he recently was discovered for his crimes when a woman escaped.
Oh wow.
The woman said that Haslett kept her bound in a basement room where he whipped and raped her repeatedly. Now, before all of this happened, y'all, he
Mm.
was already accused of doing this shit.
And so why he ain't under the jail? Who white people get away with any and everything?
He was accused of doing it, and the police did nothing. They did nothing. They didn't even look into the accusations.
I can't even talk about this. It's making my blood pressure go up.
Exactly. That's
Like
why.
I can't. Like I
That's
can't.
why I left this shit out.
I can't.
But
Ugh,
this is important for us to know that these things are going on around us,
happening.
guys,
Yes.
because first of all, we should be watching our bags. Get you some mace, get you a gun if you need to. Like I personally, I'm one of those blacks that believe in guns for protection. Like, not that you need an assault
Mm-hmm.
rifle, but I sometimes it's necessary. You would think, like, you have to ask yourself, if in real life, if this 22-year-old woman had been armed and knew how to use a firearm, would
What?
she had been kidnapped and
Mm-hmm.
raped?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, he would have really had to been trying, or he just would have picked another bitch. Go ahead, Anessa.
And you know what? That just makes me think like the police know about this. How in how many other cities is this going on? And all of these black women going missing and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this
Mm-hmm.
makes me think like is this a thing? Like this is a thing going on that the police know about, that laws know about, and they're just letting it slide. Like this is crazy. And like you said, to your point, you need a Glock on you. Okay? You need a 9, baby. I'm not even playing. I do believe in protecting yourself, like at your
Yeah.
house, put that thing under your
Mm-hmm.
mattress, do whatever you gotta
Mm-hmm.
do. That's a problem.
I can't even imagine what this girl went through, because this nigga is a real white supremacist. They found
Mm,
social media posts on his Facebook, got all anti-black hate rhetoric on his face. And like, first of all, how are you even able to post shit like that and get away
they
with
let them
it?
post
Girl,
anything.
fuck Facebook. But then he up here talking about he's coming for a race war. I mean, he's getting ready for a race war. A race war. That's what they found on his social media. I'm just what I'm ignorant. I mean, what I'm angry about is that he was accused of doing this, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until, like, literally some woman came to you chained up with a collar around her neck that y'all actually went to go look at this. Like, if a white person calls and say, hey, Tyrone's jogging down my street, y'all gonna send the ATF, the DEA, the task force, and the jump out boys on him for jogging. But like, just like with the Jeffrey Dahmer shit, and just like with this, y'all don't take nothing that we say serious, and that's really
Nothing.
fucked up. And
No.
it's sad that we even have to live in this type of world. There was also a school shooting in my hometown this week, and
Mm-mm.
I just want to say I am so fucking sorry to those parents that had to live with that shit that day. That shit hit too close to home for me.
Mm-hmm.
On my timeline, I'm seeing people that I know mourning, and that fucking sucks. Shout out to Central Visual and Performing Arts High School. I just, my heart is bleeding with and for you, and the little girl and the teacher that lost their life. All of this just, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry.
It's crazy because we were just talking about guns at schools last week on our show, and or the week before last, or whatever it was that we were talking about it. But regardless of the fact, um they need to do something needs to be done. It's happening too much here in the United States, where people feel like they can go in a school and shoot children. And to be a parent, and to just to think that your child is not safe when you leave them, or for you to outlive your child as a parent, that the thought of that is just, I don't even know, it's like just so disheartening. So I can't imagine. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. It's just condolences to everybody.
Well, hopefully we didn't depress y'all. We
Lord
try to keep it light, but
Jesus.
some things we just gotta talk about at the water cooler. But let's take a water break, and or you can get you some
Girl, I need
water.
some coffee.
Oh, okay. Well, go
No,
get
I'm
y'all.
just kidding.
Let's stop and go get our coffee. Yeah,
Y'all go get y'all some coffee.
and put some
Bye.
Kahlua in it. It's still my time. Okay.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
go
friend.
back.
You want me to read your
I
true crime
know.
story?
Girl, yes. And do. And do. Girl, I can't wait till it's your week, nigga. Woo,
Girl.
Vanessa been chilling this whole month.
Girl, it's about to be my back to my time when y'all start sending these fuck yous.
Yes. Send in a whole bunch of them so her mouth can be dry reading this week.
Oh, I'm sick of you. Now my mouth can be dry. Ooh, wee. Baby. And let her mouth be drieth.
Oh man, no, but for real, send in your fuck yous for next week.
Yes, please.
Our work true crime is coming to an end, but not really an end. We're definitely going to keep this going. As of right now, we are going to do fuck you letters and true crime. Fuck you letters and true crime. Fuck you letters and true crime. Now, we are definitely going to have like guests on the show, interviews and stuff, but it would literally have to be Diddy, y'all. No, I'm just
Okay.
I'm just
No, but for real.
no, but we are planning on having like a HR professional on to answer some of you guys' work questions, salary negotiation questions and stuff like that. Like we're gonna make sure that our guests can be useful and helpful to you guys. And also still if they have a dynamic story to share, we're gonna provide that too, but it's not going to be the center focus of our show as it has been in the past. So thank y'all though for enjoying the true crime this month. And we'll be back with another true crime episode the second week in November. I'm gonna miss the Halloween theme
I am
song.
too. I am too.
So today's story and the final story of our True Work Crime series for spooky season takes place in one of my favorite areas to be in, Memphis, Tennessee, or as
Oh
niggas like to call.
Lord.
Girl, no, you did.
Girl, y'all know my baby daddy from Memphis, child.
Well, don't hate on the city. That ain't got nothing to do with them. Damn.
Check that out.
People from Memphis, like, what the fuck we do? How I get in it?
All y'all in it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Shout out to my baby daddy.
Yeah, shout out, girl. And that's over here talking like she got the worst baby daddy. No, she does not. Okay.
Nah, he a really good baby daddy though.
But shout out to Memphis. I love Memphis. I love the food. I love the niggas. And shout out to our Memphis co-workers. But this motherfucker right here brought shame to the city. And I'm talking about Memphis Police's finest, Officer Sam Blue.
Girl, not Sam Blue. I know him.
Do you mean?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say, is that your is that your
That's
son,
my
uncle?
right, for real.
Your son,
That's my
cousin.
kid's cousin. Mr. Blue. Uncle
Okay.
Blue. Nah.
Okay, Uncle Blue. But Sam Blue is a 63-year-old black man who started working for the Memphis Police Department in June of 1995. He had served almost 25 years on the force by the time all of this shenanigans happened. Now, I'ma just let y'all know, Memphis ain't paying nobody that work for their city, okay? They have a list of everybody that works for the city of Memphis's salaries listed online. And when I tell you ain't nobody making shit, bitch, nothing.
I believe it.
Like it really is sad. But they got their names listed too. So if they sound a little black, I might email a few of them and be like, you deserve more, right?
I'm sick.
I'm gonna be like, you deserve more, right? I can get you another job.
Girl.
Girl, but for real. When me and my little lame ass job is making more than y'all city attorney, that's a problem.
Oh wow, not the
That's a
attorney.
problem. And I'm not making just a little more. I'm making like I went to attorney school
Like
over
you
him.
went to Yale.
Okay, bitch, and I barely graduated from college, barely by the skin of my teeth. So for somebody that has a whole law degree to not even make my tired ass salary, girl. Mm-mm. But anyway, niggas is broke. And if you ain't got crafting skills for Etsy, a side hustle, if you don't know how to do hair or nails or whatever, you gonna have to come up with something else to do. And that's what Sam did. Okay, he decided that he wanted to use his job to make some extra coin. So in 2014, at this point, he had been on the force for 19 years, making $35,000 a year. No, I'm just playing.
What, girl?
I'm just
I
playing.
was about to say, not that been on the force for 14 years and you only making $35,000.
Girl,
Something ain't right.
he was on the force for 19 years. But honestly,
Or
the
19.
I got that figure because I grew up with a girl whose dad was a detective, and when we were in elementary school, that's how much he
That's how much
made.
he made. Yeah, I know they
And
don't be
I
making that
knew
much.
that's how much he made because her parents told her all the time how much they made. You know how parents do.
I,
I only make
I know you ain't up at that school acting like
Right.
that. I only make $35,000.
Okay. So she came to school and told us. And that, I mean, back then you thinking, oh wow, anything thousand when you in
Right,
middle school,
exactly.
but shit,
Sound like some
when
that
you
ain't
grow up and
hello.
realize that ain't nothing but $17 an hour, nah.
Girl.
But anyway, honestly, I don't know how much he was making. I just made that shit up. But he wasn't making enough, I guess, to make ends meet. Or he was just a greedy ass motherfucker. But he decided to accept a business proposal with a string of local criminals to help them rob drug dealers in the area.
God dang.
Girl, cops be doing all types of
They
dirty ass
do
shit,
crooked.
girl.
Y'all seen Training Day? Y'all seen Denzel?
Girl, my got oops, maybe I shouldn't say.
Oh, yeah, no.
My family member. My family
Not
member,
my family member. Who?
a family
Get
member of
away from me
mine,
with this, Apollo.
a
Who? I can't deal.
family member of mine got pulled over by the cops, and this nigga didn't even ask for that person's name. They just took their weed. So
Shut the front
yeah,
door.
it
Is this out
happened.
in St. Louis, Missouri?
Girl, don't be trying to put my city on blast. We just talked about a school shooting, and here you go with your negativity, scallywag.
Knock it off. Ooh, bald headed, scatterate.
But
I'm sick
anyway,
of it. I'm
cops
sick of it.
cops be doing that shit though. And
They be doing crazy stuff.
said friend that I'm talking about who daddy worked, he used to take people weed, smoke it.
Shut up.
Yeah, girl. So I
Yeah, they did
mean,
that on Friday. Y'all remember that on Friday? They came in there and took their weed.
did they?
On next Friday, they did.
Okay, I'm not that familiar with the other Fridays. Like, don't do me, Anessa. Girl, nope.
Dana, what?
We not finna.
Oh Lord, I can't. Y'all,
I have seen them. I have seen
listen.
them.
I have seen them, guys. Listen, I have seen the Fridays.
I have definitely seen the Friday.
How many are there? No, I'm just kidding.
I have seen Next Friday more than a few times. I can even quote Next Friday in some instances.
Well,
But
not next Friday. This is Friday after next. Let me be
see,
clear.
so when you get to
This
all
is
of
the
that,
Christmas.
that's where
Yeah.
I'm. Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
With
Except for
that
pinky neck, like I know that part. But
yeah, that's next Friday. Okay.
Okay. So anyway,
We digress.
okay,
Sorry.
right. Let's come back. Let's come back. um, but this is just my own speculation. Obviously,
Right.
the reports that were released, they didn't say, "Oh, he did this because he needed extra money." Like, I'm just gonna assume just because either you did this for extra money or you're just a complete dumbass and wanted to ruin your life and career. Because I just can't see why you would do the things that you did if you weren't getting paid for it.
It gotta be for extra money. Like, ain't nobody doing that just to be doing it. Ain't nobody doing nothing like that.
Yeah.
risking their careers and all that
Yeah,
for no money.
these
So
criminals had to have been kicking him off something, and they definitely was. Like,
yeah,
there's not a cop anywhere or a human being
a
anywhere
human being, right?
that
That's what
would
I'm
do this
saying.
for free.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I'm speculating. This is not in the reports, but take it with what you think. So the criminals that were doing business with Officer Blue would conduct surveillance of the drug dealers that they planned to target. Officer Blue also provided the robbers with information such as their home addresses of the people that they targeted. And this information was obtained from law enforcement restricted sources. So he was in the intranet in the office
He was in the system.
looking up niggas, taking screenshots and sending them on over to his robber friends, which is super fucked up. Officer Blue also provided his robber friends with equipment, including an official Memphis Police badge, a,
Girl, stop it, Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue. Oh, Mr. Blue.
a car dashboard, blue light to use.
So he just set them up as if they were detectives and policemen, basically. I'm gonna give you all this paraphernalia so you can do what you gotta do.
And a city of Memphis police
Police
emblem.
car
No, a police emblem.
to put on the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, stop.
So that these robbers could falsely claim to appear to
Oh,
be law enforcement. So pause. Have you not seen Memphis First 48? Nigga, don't you work there? Like you really thought. I I am lost. I'm lost and turned out because I just can't believe that an officer of the law, a veteran of the law, didn't think that none of this would lead back to him.
exactly. How dumb could you be? Literally, how dumb could you be?
You know what? And I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but he looks slow. he look dumb. He look
Dana,
dumb.
y'all know Dana gonna give us a description of what they look
I
like.
ain't gonna say nothing else about it. But he looks like he just don't look like he made good decisions. I'm gonna say that.
He don't look like all his crayons.
He's in
What
the
they say
box.
is in the box. Yeah,
His elevator don't go all the
his
way up to the
elevator. Yeah,
top.
his elevator don't go all the way to the
His
top.
happy meal is missing a few French fries.
I'm so dumb. I ain't never heard that one, friend.
That's what he looked like.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he was kind of right because he was able to keep this up with the robbers for almost 4 years. So they had this working arrangement.
Wow.
He supplied information. They went and robbed drug dealers. They got cash. And he supplied information and they went and used this information to rob drug dealers. Allegedly. And I'm alleging that he got some cash from this because ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. And so he was able to keep this up for about 4 years until 2018 when one of his robber homies named Anthony Davis planned a robbery that went wrong.
Dun dun dun.
And see, that's the thing. Like, when you working with criminals, like, they be dumb as hell.
They do. They really do. Get you a criminal that's smart and that got some sense. Cause see, you get one person that'll fuck everything up, and then y'all whole operation is just messed up.
I mean, but clearly he was dumb as hell too because if I'm a police officer, I'm gonna figure out a way to help you in another way. I'm not gonna supply you with my department's equipment and people be like, well, how did you get that? Obviously, it was from me. So I'm gonna figure out another way.
And logging into the system, because you know they got all types of timestamps on that and stuff. Like, that's crazy.
He dumb, and the people that he working with is dumb as hell. And Anthony Davis was no different. So on the morning of July 13th, 2018, Anthony Davis decided, him and a female accomplice, her name is,
Always a bitch involved.
a silly ass, I'm your ride or die. Who?
Child, please. I ain't
Head
riding
ass.
down to die. Nowhere in
I
jail.
ain't riding and I'm testifying against your dumb ass. Let them ask me shit. I'm gonna be like, yeah, he did it. He came to my house at 10:45 p.m. 26 seconds. Here are all the text messages. I'm laying your ass out across the
Oh
jury.
Lord. No, for
Motherfucker, don't do
real.
me. But anyway, Anthony Davis and his female accomplice,
Mm,
Yolanda Martin, planned to rob somebody that they felt like had drugs and money.
mm.
And his name is Eric Kane. Now, Eric
Oh
was
Lord. He sound like a criminal. Mr. Kane.
uh-uh. uh-uh. Well, Eric was actually leaving his apartment, headed to work at 4:30 in the morning, and a black car with flashing blue lights pulled up behind his car. Eric said that he believed that he was being stopped by actual law enforcement, but inside the car was Anthony Davis and Yolanda Martin. Now, these niggas were dressed in
I was literally in my head, I'm thinking, now I hope they got on police uniforms. Do not get out this car with a white tee on and some Fashion Nova for us to identify you.
they were dressed in army fatigue hats and had on a vest with the word police on it, along with handguns. And they were driving a 2018 Ford Taurus that had blue lights and a city of Memphis tag on the side. With the lights flashing, they ordered Eric to get out of his car and get on the ground. Pause. First of all, if you pull me over in a 2018 Ford Taurus, I'll stop. But I'm going to lock my car door until you get out the car. But when I see your ass getting out the car, and first of all, not y'all dressed like I'm a survivor. As soon as I saw Beyonce and Kelly get, bitch, I would
No,
have
Beyonce and Jay
drove
Z get out the car.
off. I would have right,
Girl,
right, Bonnie and Clyde.
girl,
I would have
right.
fucking drove off because y'all playing. Get the fuck on,
A
like,
Taurus, though. Come on now.
girl,
First of all, while I
girl.
was getting pulled over, I would have called the law enforcement. Be like, "Do y'all have any police cars that are a 2018 Ford Taurus? Because this don't make sense."
I would have locked my car because I know
Yeah,
sometimes detectives are in unmarked
yeah,
cars,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. But
Absolutely.
even still, unmarked cars when they become marked because they have to like turn on their
Mm-hmm.
flashlights, you could
Mm-hmm.
tell it's a police vehicle. I would have sat there and waited just to see, like, okay, who is this? After I seen these two clowns pulling up on me, after all of the madness and sadness, girl, I would have
I am
drove
sick
off.
of you.
I would
I'm
have
sick
drove
of
off.
it. I am sick
Fuck
of
y'all.
it. I'm sick of it.
I
I'm
would have
hanging
drove
up.
off.
She said after all of
That's what I imagine.
you gotta
Like,
play that. I
y'all,
am
y'all
done with
had to
this.
have been listening, looking like Destiny's Child, getting out this this Ford Taurus.
After all of them, it's sending me not the bridge. It's the bridge for me.
I don't know why I picked Michelle part. Like
It's
that.
everything. It's everything. Oh
Oh
my
man, but
god.
yeah, I just that wouldn't have gone with me. But
Yeah.
I understand someone else being like, oh well, they're being scared, and
And not even thinking about that. Like they
yeah,
just immediately see police lights and the bumper sticker and all of that, the fake emblem and all that. So they just automatically assuming that it's the police. So we understand. We making light of it. It's funny.
yeah. So Eric obeyed them, and they handcuffed him and put a hood over his face. They also placed him in the back of their car.
In the back of their Taurus.
Yeah, in the 2018 Taurus. So I guess at this point he realized
This can't be the
this can't be
police.
50. Like this ain't 12. 12 is not doing this. These is niggas, okay?
I
if the
That
Taurus,
is
if the
true,
Taurus didn't give it away, if Destiny's Child didn't give it away,
them putting the hood over their
this
head
is
and
where,
putting them in a trunk.
okay, this is the part where he's like, oh shit, this ain't the cops. Have you ever seen the police wearing
I
camo?
saw a camo hat, a camo.
Girl, this is some dumbass nigga shit. This is some shit niggas was like, we should dress in camo. Like they was
I
getting
am getting
high
off of
and
this
hit the blunt
recording.
and was
It's
like,
too
that's
much
a
for
good
me.
idea.
It's too much. This is too much.
And then a whole bunch of niggas in the circle was like, yeah, that's a good idea. She wore camo. Like it just is all dumb. But
I'm
anyway,
crying.
anyway. I'm sorry,
I
Anessa.
could.
I'm a
I
chill. I'm a
no, I
chill. I'm a
cannot.
chill.
I just can't.
So after they put him in the back of the car, they ended up driving him to a house located on Reese Road in Memphis. So at this new location, Eric was taken inside the house and restrained while Yolanda and Anthony beat him, burned him on his arms, neck, and head, and demanded that he tell them where he kept his money and or drugs.
Child,
I
y'all
know.
know. When it gets to this, my mind start thinking like, y'all done robbed this man, and he work at a damn grocery store.
Girl, come on. Gotta be like at some type of, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out
Like,
there. Something that we have to wake up super early, like a factory or something, a restaurant, a bread maker. Like, where's what he don't know? He headed to work, motherfucker. Not y'all torturing this
exactly.
motherfucker.
What
Like,
is
where's the
this? Like,
money?
oh my god. Listen, I work at Walmart as a cashier. Y'all got the wrong nigga. It is not me. I am a stalker at Walmart. Like that's it. I can get you some free groceries, baby. What kind of deal can we make at this point?
Eric was placed in a chair in the living room and then tortured by someone burning him repeatedly on his neck, face, arms, and legs while being asked repeatedly, where's the money at? So he don't know which one of them is burning him because
He got the thing over his head.
yeah, he got
Right.
the shit over his head. So they're yelling at him, asking him where's the money. So Eric began to yell like in pain, and Anthony and Yolanda ended up stuffing a sock down his mouth, making it hard for him to breathe. Then they hit
How
him
you
in
gonna get
his
the money from me if you kill me? I'm confused.
exactly. If I can't
They
talk,
are
nigga,
dumb.
how are you asking me where the money
And
at
I
with my
can't
mouth
talk.
come?
Right. I'm confused.
Dumbass. After they stuffed the sock down his throat, making it hard for him to breathe, they hit him in his mouth with a gun and beat him with their fists on his arms and face. Then they removed the sock and burned him again, warning him that he bet not yell. So y'all really fucking think
Child, bye.
y'all are in a movie, y'all some Italians or some shit. This ain't Scarface, motherfucker.
But even Scarface let the victims yell. It hurts.
Like,
You
like
burning me.
you watch too many motherfucking episodes of Dexter. You think who you think you are? Like, oh my
Child, I'm so
god.
done.
So at this point, Eric is telling them about a storage unit that he has. Apparently, he felt like he needed to tell them something because they weren't gonna let him go.
Right.
They wanted money.
And he ain't got none, clearly.
Clearly. Okay? He was just on his way to his regular ass
He's on
job.
his way to Walmart to do the stocking.
So he gave them the codes to one of his storage units, and he heard them leave the house. But then they came back and put a hot object in his arms, causing excruciating pain. Now, mind y'all, he's blindfolded.
He don't know what's
He
going
don't know
on.
what is going on. Yolanda and Anthony told him that they didn't believe him, and then threatened to get pliers and a saw and start cutting off his fingers and toes. So At this point, they know that he done made up the storage unit and the money,
Mm,
whatever. But what the fuck you want me to say? Like, you literally got my life in your hands and you demanding money that I don't
that I
have. I'm
don't
gonna tell
have,
you any
right?
motherfucking thing.
I would have been like,
So-
look, y'all got the wrong person. Like, I do not have any money. I make $35,000 a year.
okay.
I make 35,000. I can't help you.
So Yolanda and um I keep going to call him David. Anthony and Yolanda went into the kitchen, and that's when Eric, while he was still masked and handcuffed, ran and dove headfirst through the front window.
Oh Lord.
Two neighbors and a lawn care crew saw Eric jump out the window.
Wait, the line crew
First of all, two
and a
neighbors
lawn care
and the
crew.
lawn crew. Now, y'all know I'm from St. Louis and I can't say cur.
Two neighbors and a lawn care crew.
A lawn
Child,
care
bye.
crew. A lawn care crew. If I say it slow, I got it. Okay. A lawn care crew saw him and he had a bag over his head. He was handcuffed. Anessa.
I can just picture them on the line, and all of a sudden what is going on here? Like, what you got going on, bro? Is everything all right, bro? Like, what, bro?
And he had a
Yeah, that's
bag
what I'm
over his
saying.
head.
What's going on?
And and he was on the front lawn rolling
Girl,
around,
get me out of here.
yelling, help, help, help. So that's how they saw him,
This is what
girl.
I'm saying. I'm picturing this. It's not funny, but it's just, oh my God.
By the time the police got there, they ended up searching the home, but Yolanda and Anthony were long gone. They found two handguns and the Ford Taurus. Why did y'all leave the car?
They dumb.
Which they rented.
Shut
By
up.
the way.
They just got a whole trail of evidence of dumb,
Dumbass.
just dumb.
Yolanda rented
Of
it.
course she did. Of course the woman rented it. Cause he ain't got no credit card. You gotta have a credit card on file. Anthony ain't got one.
Okay.
Child.
Well, she was trying to be a little smart because after this whole thing, she went and reported the rental car stolen. But
That was still dumb. Like this is
that was
easily we could put that together. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because the police dusted the car and found Anthony Davis's
Yeah,
print
like
inside. So y'all could have at least wore gloves. Um, when emergency crews got to Eric, he was taken to the hospital and hospitalized for a week in the burn unit.
oh
So
my
apparently
God.
these burns were
Bad. Yeah.
severe, like super bad. And he also underwent surgery for his injuries. But he was able to identify the people that attacked him because he had actually served time in the penitentiary with Anthony Davis.
Stop it. He said, "Yeah, I already know what's going on. I see Anthony. This is just not adding up.
Like, yeah, I know that nigga Anthony.
We was on cell block C with each other.
Okay, yeah, he kidnapped me. So he got to singing like a canary, which,
With
I'm glad
I
because
am
this was
too.
probably super traumatic.
Yeah,
Regardless of you getting up and you going to work and somebody I can't imagine, and the
absolutely.
PTSD just I would never take a job where I have to leave in the morning. Like,
Yeah, at
and
all or at
I'm
all.
getting a
I'll be working
bodyguard.
remote, child. I ain't leaving at
Okay.
all.
And that's you work remote anyway. You
I
ain't
know,
you ain't leaving at all, regardless.
and
You
that's
ain't
my point,
and you ain't never been robbed, nigga.
girl.
Anthony Davis was taken into custody on July 19th when he went to his federal probation officer. And when they took him into custody, y'all, why was he driving Yolanda Martin's quote unquote dad's silver Infinity? You letting your nigga drive your daddy car?
Girl.
Girl. And when the police searched Anthony's home, they found Yolanda there. So y'all just didn't think this through. Y'all didn't try to leave the area. Y'all left the rental car. Y'all
Sloppy.
like just
Sloppy.
not thinking?
Mm-mm.
Like, why didn't y'all have on disguises, a mask? Y'all didn't watch Set It Off or nothing. Like, this was just
Sloppy,
dumb.
dumb. Like, if you gonna do a crime, think it through. Like, really think it through. Because at the end of the day, these are easy things to piece together. Like, y'all acting like y'all
Look,
done did.
Anessa giving y'all
I'm
good
just
advice.
saying, Chad.
If you're gonna commit a crime, think it through, guys. Think it through. You think it small. You need to think big.
I'm just saying, like, if you gonna be a criminal, I just don't get it. Like, you just doing all type of sloppy stuff. You got your credit card. Everything leads back to you. Everything.
Yeah. And speaking of things leading back, it led back to Officer Sam Blue. Okay.
Sam Blue, listen, he's so dumb.
So he ended up pleading guilty in January of 2020. We talking about Officer Sam Blue to conspiracy to violate civil rights by using force, violence, and intimidation, and conspiracy to commit robbery and affecting interstate commerce. So, Officer Blue was sentenced to a 12-year prison sentence plus 3 years of probation just this past Tuesday. So, he got his sentence
Shut
4 days ago.
up. So 2 years
Yep.
later, he's just being sentenced. Okay.
Yep. So, yep. He pleaded guilty in January 2020. And this year, just 4 days ago, he was sentenced to 12 years. So, during
Wow.
that time, he was relieved of his duties at the police department. First, he was suspended during the investigation. But then when he pleaded guilty, that's when they
Fired
terminated
him.
him. And at
Okay.
that point, he was on the force for 25 years. So, that is the story of Officer Sam Blue and his dumbass accomplice, dumbass, I don't know, robber friends. That's what I'm calling them
Robert
because
Friends.
I mean, what you think about
Yeah,
this,
like
Anissa?
this was a. I'm not. I hate to say it's funny. It's just like when you read it and just hear the stupidity, it makes it funny. Like, but I just feel like it's scary to think that veterans on the force, like when I mean veterans, I mean like people that's been there for have a lot of tenure, long tenure, been there for a long time, that can still be out there being crooked, handing out police paraphernalia and equipment so that they can go and rob people. Like it
Girl.
just makes no sense. And then another thing, if y'all are going to find somebody to rob, like it's just all messed up. Like at least get somebody that actually got some money. Y'all done went and robbed just somebody that worked at the damn FedEx. Cause Memphis is like I'm confused. He literally is a package handler at FedEx or
Not
a
the FedEx,
driver.
the FedEx headquarters in
Yes.
Memphis.
Like this man was on his way to FedEx, or he could have been on his way to the airport. He's a TSA at the airport. God knows. Like at least get somebody that you know got some money. Like, come on now. Like it's just raggedy.
Yeah, this was super dumb.
It was.
I, if I was a cop, and because I don't steal, but if I did steal, because if I was a cop, I would have figured out another way to be crooked. Like, um, I will protect your block and make sure no other police are coming over here while y'all sell drugs and kick me off
Come on, the shy.
$3,000 a week.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Like, that's what I would have did. I wouldn't have involved myself, my badge, my security clearances. I wouldn't have made it so that if y'all did get caught, which I would fully expect y'all to because y'all are criminals, none of it would be able to lead back to me. So Officer Blue, when all this went down, he's currently 61. So he my mama's age
That's
out
all.
here being
He's
foolish.
somebody's daddy, somebody granddaddy,
Paw
like
paw.
somebody
Mm-mm.
pawpaw blue.
Paw paw blue. Anyway, guys, that's it for the stairwell. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
So Ashanti has been on a world tour this week, going on some of the different platforms to just talk about, what her stupid, I mean, I don't even know what to call him at this point. Irv Gotti, child. Ain't that his name? Irv Gotti.
Mhm.
Um, to try to like, she's finally speaking out about his crazy accusations about their relationship. And good for her. As she should, she has been very pleasant about it, as Ashanti is, and just basically saying like he wasn't in his right mind when he was on Drink Champs. He was drinking and smoking and just belligerent. And also how he tainted, which I do agree with, tainted the Murder Inc. brand by, just making everything about their situation and not about Murder Inc.
Yeah, his loosey goose lip ass. That man, I hate niggas that speak on their dick all the time. Like it, he just made it. I agree.
I
I
do.
agree with
I agree too.
Ashanti. I agree.
Absolutely agree. So shout out to Ashanti. And speaking of, I would usually mention this in when I talk about new music, but since I'm already talking about Ashanti, shout out to her because she is turning her um she's just making Irv Gotti look bad because she just came out with a new single called Falling For You. So if you haven't listened to that, and she has a video to it. So shout out to Ashanti because she's still been in the game for like over 20 years and she's still thriving. So
Oh baby.
so there is a new docu-series on starring Tracy Ellis Ross, Oprah Winfrey, Issa Rae, Chloe Bailey, and more. It's called The Hair Tales. Have you heard about that, Dana?
I have not.
Okay,
No, I have
well, it's
not.
called The Hair Tales. It's streaming now on Hulu. If you have Hulu, if you don't have Hulu, you better ask somebody for their username and password.
They stopped doing that.
Hulu did.
Yeah, girl, you can't. Well, no,
I
what's that
thought it
Netflix? I
was
think that was
Netflix.
Netflix. That
Okay.
was Netflix.
Well,
Okay.
y'all better get on it
Well, they
before
gonna
they.
follow
Right, I was
suit.
about to say y'all better get on it. But it is
Mhm.
streaming on Hulu. They're talking about like black hair, beauty, identity. Should be interesting. So if you're interested in that, and also we talked about a lot of the award shows last week, y'all. But this week it was announced that Escape will be honored with the Lady of Soul Award at the 2022 Soul Train Awards.
Yay! Well
Well
deserved.
deserved. I agree. They deserve this. They've been in the game for
Mhm.
like over 25 years.
And can
They
sing.
can sing and they still getting us in our feelings. And, so congratulations to them. I feel like they definitely deserve that. Shout out to Tiny and Candy. Like, Candy she does not lose. Like, y'all know how
Mhm.
competitive Candy is.
Mhm.
She's just, I love Candy. Anyway, so we about to move on to new music and just music, period. What's going on in music, child? So first of all, I'm about to play y'all a clip because Chingy
Oh.
is in the news.
Girl, you've been on St. Louis all day, and I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up, okay? You've
I
been
love
talking
St.
shit.
Louis
Nah,
because
but I know what you're talking about. I know what you finna start talking about.
y'all, they have listed Chingy as the one of Chingy is on the list of the 50 worst rappers of all time. I don't know who created this list. Y'all need to stop. But listen, this is what Chingy had to say about it.
To me, it's invalid because it's subjective. When you go around, it's 7 billion people in this existence. When you ask each one of these people, well, who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite rapper? Who you like? You're probably gonna get a different answer. I've sold over 50 million records worldwide. I still have success. It's people that love me. You go ask these people that say, we love Chingy. Yeah, I love Chingy. He's one of my favorite artists. I had somebody tell me this the other day. So how am I one of the worst rappers? If everybody in this existence not saying, oh, that dude can't rap, he's the worst, then that means you're not the worst.
Who's saying that, Chingy?
They only said that, Chingy, because you was right there. Okay. another when you do that right there. You was right there in front of their face. And they was like, Chingy, you're one of my favorite rappers. That's why they said one of. Because they couldn't stand there and lie and say that you was their favorite. So that's why. But no, shout out to you.
I'm glad. Wait, not Dana in these folks' heads that done told Chingy that they their favorite rapper. Let me tell you what they said.
No, but shout out to you though, because you have sold 50 million records worldwide.
Yes.
Everybody knows Chingy was a movement. Don't do it. I like them when you do that right there. Y'all love that song. Stop playing. If you call, you wanna come run.
Girl, I'm only one call away.
Call away.
Y'all, that
Hey,
used to
don't
be
play.
my song.
Don't play with Chingy. Play with somebody else.
Nothing
Don't play with
chilling
Chingy.
at the Holiday Inn. Come on, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I feel like. Don't come for Chingy. Like
I mean, but he ain't a great
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. He's not in there with Jay-Z, and we know that. But okay, he still, like he said, he still sold 50, and that's a big deal. 50 million records. Dang, I didn't know he sold all that. But it was a time when Chingy was on top. So y'all leave Chingy alone. And speaking of, this is the last audio I'm gonna play, but speaking of somebody that is not on the 50 worst rappers of all time, Harry Styles is, I guess, in being named, or he's in the streets as being named as the king of pop. And right. And so
Who said that?
right. I don't know who's saying that, but I just want to play all of a clip of his son, Michael Jackson's son, coming out and defending Michael Jackson as the king of pop. So listen to
Harry Styles is an incredible artist, and he's got his own genre, and he's definitely an amazing artist. But the King of Pop was a moniker that really my dad earned in a time that, the access to information, the access to popularity and fame wasn't as easily accessible as it is today. And with so many other social factors that you have to take into consideration at that time, I do feel that my father is the king of pop, will always be the king of pop. And it's not something that you can ever take away, because we've just evolved so much as a society that those same factors will never be the same. Okay. So when you look at from where my father started to where he ended versus where all these other people started to where they ended, it's just night and day of a difference.
and period.
Let him know.
And
Let him know,
period.
Prince Michael.
Hello.
Let him know. Let him know.
Is and will forever be. And his sentiments are our sentiments, because he is so right. Like, Michael Jackson is the king of pop, because he was literally he came doing this when he was 5 years old. Okay, Mr. Jackson was whipping their ass and making sure that he was gonna be the damn king of pop
Okay.
when he was 5 years old.
He earned the
Baby
stripes. Okay, by his stripes, he is the king.
Exactly.
Sit down, Harry. We don't know none of your songs, none of your music. I can't name not one Harry Styles song, and the only way I know your name is because white people say it in the distance as I'm passing by. Like, I don't know nothing about you.
Who is Harry Styles? I thought he was an actor. I didn't know he was a singer.
And for you to be called the king of pop, you literally everybody would need to know you.
Listen,
I don't give a fuck if you are under the pew, if you are a monk in the far eastern ways of Tibet. You know who the fuck Michael Jackson is.
That is so true.
Black woman in Texas, don't know who Harry Styles is. And that's the end of the discussion. Bye.
Period. Period. And again, Michael Jackson came up in a time where there was no social media. There was no way of, you could easily accessible information. Michael Jackson came when people they had to turn their TVs to one channel. Like, he is the king of pop, period. And I'm glad that he got his half white stuff up there and represented.
When he getting his white man on? My father.
Girl, and I'm glad he represented for his daddy. Okay, period. So speaking of people that are icons in the music industry, Rihanna has a new song. Let me be clear, on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. It's so funny, called "Lift Me Up." And the reason why I say it's so funny is because somebody was in the comments talking about Shade. I'm talking about, if it ain't Panda replaying, y'all. Don't be coming for her because it's for a soundtrack. And I liked it. I really liked it for a soundtrack. It's not a single that she's coming out with, people. It's a song for a soundtrack. And I love Rihanna. She can do no wrong. I really like the song. It sounds like something that will be in Wakanda forever. She also debuted the music video yesterday. So have you heard it, Dana?
I did. Girl, you know I love me some
I
Riri.
love it. Listen, she ain't got nothing to say. Right.
Don't do it. I love me some Riri.
Again, guys, it's for a soundtrack. It's not her single that's coming out for herself. So, anyways, other new music that debuted. That's all Rihanna is giving y'all right now. So y'all better take that lift me up and lift yourself up.
I'll keep listening to Anti, which is a masterpiece album.
Let's get off of this because I don't have the time. I don't have the time for Dana. I'm sick of her. SZA came out with a new song called Shirt. She also dropped a music video for that with Lakeith Stanfield. Division has a new song out, Kodak Black. Y'all know I love Kodak Black. And Babyface has an album out representing with all the girls, okay? Kaylani.
Yes, Babyface. That was so cute. That was a cute idea.
I love that. Yeah, shout out to Babyface and y'all.
Oh, finish telling everybody. I know about it. I'm just interrupting.
Yeah, no, you good. Babyface has a new album and he is representing for like all the women. Like he got Kaylani on there, Ella May is on there, Tink is on there, like some really good like underdogs like Tink, like people that are not like in the music industry like that heavy, that are not spotlighted enough. So y'all go listen to that Babyface album. And real quick, I just want to give y'all an update on Housewives of Potomac. Dana, did you watch Housewives of Potomac or no?
Girl, did I? And I was trying not to go over 130, but we gonna have to do it because.
Okay, first of all, did you watch last week's video? Did you watch not this past Sunday because that's what I need to talk about? But did you watch where Giselle was? They were at the dance studio and she tried to come for. Okay,
yes,
okay, you did watch all that, so you're caught up. So listen, y'all. I'm still on. I'm sick of Giselle. I'm sick of Giselle, and I'm actually also sick of Robin. But clearly, there is a tear or something in the friendship of Robin and Giselle. I think that might play out in the season because
I hope so.
I hope so too because I'm so tired of Robin falling up behind Giselle's ass and just kissing her ass and just going along with everything she says. But clearly, clearly Robin is on a new tip. She's like, I'm not having that. But anyways, they were at the dance. It starts off where they're at the dance party or whatever that Ashley Darby is having. And what I don't like is how, Candace storms out and they go back to the group and Giselle and everybody's like, what's wrong with Candace? What's wrong with Candace? And Giselle's like, I don't know. Giselle, you are not a good. First of all, we already know you're not a good friend.
Was she trying to keep a G code? Like, she didn't want everybody else to know at that point about Chris. Not that I'm defending this bitch. I'm just
everybody
saying.
At that point knows about Chris. She's told Robin. She's told. Robin and Mia have already had a conversation about it. Ashley clearly has already had a conversation about it with Candace. Only person that don't know about it is Wendy. And who gives a fuck about that? Like, I feel like she was being typical Giselle and being fake. I don't know. She's such a high schooler to me. And her wig is still not fixed. And it's still not plugged. And she's still not a good friend. I don't like her. And Robin, I'm hoping that she comes out of her ass. And y'all see on this episode that Robin went to go sit down with Candace and Chris and was just like, I don't agree with Giselle. I think she's reaching, which she is. It's a far reach. Okay. It is a reach.
Girl, it's so far of a reach, but did you peep that they are literally trying to make this whole season a smear campaign against Chris?
Yes, that is
and
what
they
it's about to be about. They have nothing to stand on.
I see red. I'm Team Candace. 30,000%. Y'all not finna come for that man's husband. I mean, that girl's husband. I don't know any of them in real life.
I do.
But the way this man comes across and has come across all of these seasons, it's not giving what y'all trying to make it. And Mia, your plastic face ass with no motherfucking body staring at you in your peripherals. You need to get your
Girl,
motherfucking eyes
she
fixed, bitch.
pissed me off. It's like, are the EPs going around and saying, "Well, let's just make this about Chris"?
Since Michael is gone, y'all need a new
Yeah,
white
like
perv. Y'all
no.
not finna do Chris
And
Bassett. Pick another husband, bitch, because it ain't finna be
it,
mine. I mean, well, look, he's still my
right, we
husband.
know.
I'm
And
just
did you
saying.
see how they were showing when Mia was like, "Yeah, he was staring at me." Did you see when they put
Yes.
where was he? Where was he staring at you at, sis?
You need an eye doctor, Mia, because your peripherals are fucked up, sis. You can't see shit.
And speaking
Jolly green giant head ass.
And speaking of Mia, stop trying to be under Giselle. Why is everybody trying to be under Giselle's ass? Giselle is not somebody that I would be wanting to be up under. If I wanted to be up under anybody, it would be Miss the Grand Dame, Karen Huger. I would not want to be under Giselle. Giselle ain't
Period.
got nothing on Karen. Giselle ain't shit. And did you see when she was like, "Well, I just want to come to you and apologize about how I came at you at Karen's springtime fling party, whatever the party was, about how I thought you didn't have cancer, how you didn't have like, first of all, you would never be able to come to me and be like, question me about if I have cancer or not, and then try to come to me days later and be like, well, I'm sorry. And then Mia's like, well, it's okay. Girl, Mia, get a backbone.
Girl,
Get a
Mia, fuck
backbone.
you. And then speaking of a springtime party, did you see how when Chris came in, she jumped up and reached out and hugged him? He didn't make you feel that motherfucking uncomfortable,
Exactly.
bitch.
You're not uncomfortable.
You're
You're not
lying. You're
uncomfortable.
lying and you're trying to make something that's not what it is, what it is. And I think the reason why it irritates me so bad is because I'm just so tired of this woman. Just you can't say saying stuff like that is so inflammatory. Y'all act like you're saying, oh, Chris took my pen out my bag. No, you're accusing him of being a fucking sexual, weird, creepy predator, weirdo.
And
just like on switching to another Married to Medicine, when y'all talking about, oh, Toya, is Toya a robber or not? That's some serious accusations. I don't like this housewife shit. Like y'all do too much on this program, and it's just fucked up.
And even Karen was like, so what happened? Like, everybody's trying to figure out what happened. And nothing, Giselle said, well, nothing happened. So why are you bringing this to the group like something happened? Like you were just, like
She could have kept that
she
to
could have kept that to
herself.
herself. It was not that
Or
serious.
to her and Robin. And she
right.
claims that Robin is the one that brought it to the
And did
show.
not.
Which I don't remember that part. I said I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I don't remember that. I remember you talking about it, Giselle, just like I remember y'all sitting at the park and you and Robin were leading the discussion.
Correct.
And Karen clearly said, well, I don't think that she did it for attention.
Correct.
I would hope that
Correct.
that's not true. Karen was not with y'all.
They like to spin everything back on other people when it comes to the group. Well, no, everybody, let's not act like. I cannot stand them too, and I just really hope Robin gets from under Giselle's ass. And also, really quickly, Wendy, you thought you was unmiked about the whole situation with Mia, and you wasn't unmiked, and she said that bitch is lying. So now I feel like, dang, Wendy, you fake too? So, y'all, I can't trust any of y'all.
Girl, you know Wendy. You knew Wendy was fake her first season when she's sitting up here trying to scold Monique for fighting.
That's
like
true.
She's some uppity ass bitch that's never lost her cool.
Yeah,
girl,
that's true.
Good day. You and your burger fries name. Bye, Wendy's.
Bye, Wendy's. I'm Karen Huger. Karen can do no wrong to me. So
Karen is literally the shit, and really the only reason I'm watching this show because she literally is the Grand Dame.
Her and Candace, y'all know I've been standing for Candace since day one. I love Candace.
What?
Yes,
What?
even with the whole thing that happened. I was
when Monique beat her ass, you was team Candace.
Remember? Yes, I just felt I was remaining neutral, but I didn't like Monique. I like Candace, so I'm with Candace. Like, I'm sorry. I love Candace. I just love Candace.
I mean, I like Candace too, but I was team Monique with that. Like you run up your gut dinner.
Well,
you keep
with
talking
that,
out
yes. With
yak,
that, yes.
it's
But
all up in my face. Boop, boop, boop. Pow. Get you a 2-piece special with a biscuit, baby. But in this situation, I am team Candace. I like Candace too. Like me and Candace have the same birthday, guys. So I like her. Like,
yeah, not saying that Dana doesn't like Candace. I'm just saying in that situation, I just feel like I don't know, child. Anyway,
Yeah.
y'all not coming for Candace this season, and Giselle and Robin. I hope Robin gets from under your ass, and I don't know what y'all gonna do about the Reasonably Shady podcast. That's all I got for the break room. I don't know what's gonna happen to y'all's other venture if Robin comes from under your ass, and I don't care.
If
Honestly.
you're the type of person that want to sit up and listen to them bitches gossip all day, I question your character, because just being in company with two women like them, anyway. There, we wouldn't need
Giselle
to
is
talk that.
miserable. And it's just she
Yeah.
has no man. She
She's
can't
so
keep a man.
miserable. Oh, girl, it's so much we can talk. We can talk about how they going in on Ashley and her getting a house with Michael.
Why is this your business? What I'm doing with my man?
If this man wants to take care of the mother of his children and buy her a home, just because broke ass Jamal didn't have the range to do that for you, just because broke ass Juan couldn't do that for you, Robin, and how the fuck can you talk? You went and got a house with your ex nigga,
Girl, y'all live together,
Girl,
and y'all weren't
I'm
even
done
married
with
or
this.
together. Like, what are you talking about? That's why I don't like them. I don't like them, and I feel like Robin has a chance, but she has to get from under Giselle's ass. She has to.
Nah, fuck Robin. I don't like her choice of style or her hair color.
I do like her hair color though. I do like her hair, but
No, she looks
Robin has
stupid.
to get from under her. I feel like she has a chance to be her own person, but she can't because she's so. I don't know what her issue is with Giselle or what her thing is with her. What Giselle got on her. Anyway, child, yeah, we can go on. We can make a whole
We can go
podcast
on
about
and
just
on. I
them.
know.
But
We
anyway,
actually should.
we
We should have a
should.
podcast and we talk about housewives.
That's all I got for the break room, y'all. Y'all have a happy
Okay.
and safe Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. Today is it's not Monday when we talking, but y'all get this on Monday.
Yes. Be
So
careful.
happy Halloween. Be safe. Don't eat the candy with no labels on it. And if anybody gives you any weed gummies, you can mail them to P.O. Box 10.
Oh,
I'm just
my
playing.
goodness.
I'm just
You
playing.
lying.
I don't do drugs. Bye, y'all.
Bye.